Welcome to Homestyle Southern Cooking with Jim Mann. I'm so glad you come back, and I've got another wonderful recipe I want to share with you today. Some of the recipes I'm going to be sharing with you will be everything from scratch, and we'll make it from scratch. And there are others that have been time-tested recipes that I've used for years that I've actually used mixed and canned things. Today is one of those exceptions. When my children were growing up, I don't know where the recipe came from, but there was somebody shared a recipe with me, and I doctored on it over the years, and it became one of the favorites in my house. I have twin girls, and we called it Mexicali Pie. Don't ask me where I got the name Mexicali Pie. I have one of the twins, Kim, that tells my other daughter, myself, she makes it better than both of us now, and really and truthfully, she does. So to start off, I'm going to tell you what we have and what the ingredients are. I've got 2 packages of Jiffy cornbread. I've got a can of chili. Now it can be any kind of chili. I like chili with beans, and I like hot chili. You don't have to use hot chili. You can just use plain chili. If you don't like beans, use chili without beans, either one. But I like chili with beans, and I like it spicy. You'll need a bag of Fritos. Now, in Mexico, everything comes with lemon and lime on it, so that's what I use when I'm down here. I prefer to have the plain Fritos. I think it has a better taste. But if you can't find them, the lemon and lime works fantastic. And last but not least, I'm going to add some cheese. Now this is, it's called Fiesta Blend, and it has shredded Monterey Jack, it has cheddar cheese, it has Gouda, has a different bunch of cheeses. And that's pretty much what we're going to use. And now we're going to start actually making the recipe. I'm going to open, first before we start anything, I'm going to open my can of chili. And I'm going to actually get these, I'm going to get the chilies, put it on the stove, and I'm going to actually get them heating up a little bit. It's much better to have them heated when I put them in the batter, because that way you make sure that the chili is not cold when you cut into your batter. So I'm going to put the chili in there. I'm going to turn it on light. And then we can start. Now I'm going to open the boxes of cornbread. I use Jiffy cornbread for a lot of different things. I prefer to make my own, and one of the videos we will be doing will be making homemade cornbread from scratch. I put 1 box in, and then I'll put the second box in. Now each box calls for 1 egg and 1/3 cup of milk. So since I'm doubling this, I will use 2 eggs and 2/3 cup of milk. So I've got the cornbread right in the bowl right here, okay? Then I'm going to add my eggs. There's 1. There's 2. And then I've got 2/3 cups of milk. I'm going to put the 2/3 cups of milk in here. And then I'm just going to start mixing this all up. Now cornbread can have a few lumps in it, and that's okay. It's not like some other batters that has to be completely smooth. And I'll show you this once I get this completely blended here and incorporated all together. But having some lumps is okay. As you can see, there are some lumps. There are some lumps in here, but that's okay. All right, now that I've got the cornbread all made, we'll set these things aside. I'm going to go ahead and check on my chili. My chili is beginning to bubble just a little bit. You can see right there that it's beginning to bubble just a little bit, okay? And I'm going to take my chili and stir it around, make sure that it's all hot all over. What I have done, I have taken what I'm going to bake it in, which I'm going to bake it in a cast iron skillet. I love to bake in a cast iron skillet. And I have slightly greased the cast iron skillet. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to dump my batter into the cast iron skillet. I'll make sure I get all of it out of here. You'll be surprised how good this is, and it's something that you can make in a very short time. And like I said, it became a staple in our household when my kids were growing up. They just had to have it at least once a week, and they got to the point where they would make it themselves. When I would get home from work, they would say, "Dad, we're having Mexicali Pie tonight," and they had already made all the ingredients and had it almost all ready. So after I get it in my pan, and you don't have to use a cast iron pan. If you want to use a casserole dish, you can do that. I sort of spread it out and even it out all over in my pan. The next thing I do is I actually go get my chili. Now I take my chili and I start taking my chili and dropping it different places in my cornbread. And what's going to happen when this chili, when the cornbread cooks, it's going to cook up around the chili and it'll be inside the cornbread. Okay. There we go. I've got my chili in there. Next thing I want to do is I'm going to put some Fritos on it. Well, no, let's put the cheese on it. I'm going to open the cheese up, and I'm going to take my cheese, and I'm just going to sprinkle it all over top of the chili mix. And like I said, this is a Fiesta blend of cheeses, but that's okay. When I was in the States and when I was at home, we used cheddar cheese all the time. And sometimes my girls would surprise me and they would make with mozzarella. Any kind of cheese is really good on this. Let me turn my oven off here. Okay, next, the Fritos. I'm not going to use this whole bag of Fritos. So what I do is I get a Ziploc bag and I pour, maybe 2 cups of Fritos in there. And then I zip it up. I just start crunching them up. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to break these up to small little pieces. I crunch them all up. And they don't have to be all crunched up. That just gives it a little bit of design and a sort of a whole grain look. Then I take my Fritos and then I sprinkle them over top of the dish. Okay, now at this point, it's ready to go in the oven. I've preheated my oven to 400 degrees, and we're going to put it in the oven and let it bake for about 30 minutes. And I'm going to check on it to see. And as soon as it's baked and ready to come out, I'll be back with you. But let's put this in the oven first. And I'll be back with you in a few minutes. So it's been about 35 minutes, so let's get this out of the oven. Oh, it's going to be hot. And there's our Mexicali Pie. It's brown and crispy looking, and the cornbread has cooked up around the chili. So now what we're going to do is I made up a salad plate for you. And I'm going to take my spatula and I'm going to cut into the Mexicali Pie. Oh, look at that. Can you see the chili and the cheese and the corn and the cornbread? And it smells phenomenal. There, you have a quick dinner. It's so easy to fix and it's really delicious. I promise if you make it once, you'll probably make a staple of your diet. I have such a good time bringing these to you. I cook every day and I enjoy bringing these to you. So I have a favor to ask of you. In the bottom, if you would hit like and subscribe, then I know that people are interested and I'll keep on making these. Please hit subscribe so I will know that you want me to do this. And I have so many more different recipes and fun things to show you and bring you. So until next time, I'm Jim from Mexico, and I'll say adios, goodbye, take care, and God bless.